Hey, good evening, everybody. I want to kind of go live and kind of give you guys an idea of what we can expect this evening. Very, very complicated, very complex environment that we've been in all day long today. It's been very tough since we have not, there hasn't been a whole lot of information we've been able to grab from the models. So it's been really tough. The models are seeing it one way, and we're just kind of pretty much just kind of winging it as we see. We knew that there was going to be a boundary set up, and here over the last 30 minutes we have seen that boundary set up from earlier convection throughout the day, and that sets up right across Bates into Henry and into Benton County. That's what we're starting to see as the cold front. It's still out in central Kansas, but along this boundary there's enough instability where it is producing thunderstorms along this leftover boundary from earlier storms today. So these right now, they're very low-topped thunderstorms, which means they're only going up about 25 to 30,000 feet above us. They're not ripe for really any kind of strengthening. They're just going to be good old-fashioned thunderstorms, some beneficial rains, especially those in right around Butler, down in southern Bates County, over near Appleton City, places that have been actually kind of missed by many of these storms over the last couple weeks. You guys are going to be getting some beneficial rains from this. I'm not too concerned about this line of storms here in west central Missouri. Now, as it begins to slowly trek to the south and into the southeast, all this area down here has been clearing out over the last hour. So right now, even in Nevada, right now where my buddy Brandon Kopic is actually out storm chasing, it's sunshine and blue sky with some fair weather clouds. So we're looking at temperatures of 86, 87 degrees in Nevada with dew points of in the mid upper 70s. So a lot more conductive for thunderstorms to be able to intensify. So as this line begins to sag, I expect these cells to intensify as they get down into the Vernon County, maybe southern St. Clair County, and further south. Now the main show that we're watching is this out here. Let me switch radar modes here real quick, see the overall picture. So they have issued a severe thunderstorm watch for central and eastern Kansas, and the front is still out here in north central Kansas. That's a cold front, and extends all the way down into Oklahoma, and this will be coming across into Missouri tonight, probably somewhere around the 9-10 o'clock range. And we're already starting to see some more supercellular, well, I can hardly even say that, supercells develop out here in central Kansas ahead of the cold front. So these will continue to blossom, I believe. Let me jump back over here. Let's take a little bit better look here. We've got this up here near Holton, Kansas. Another one down by Council Bluffs. This one here I've been kind of watching. It is showing some signs of rotation out here near Council Grove. But these storms will continue to form out here and move into west central Missouri tonight. So I still believe that like I had mentioned, it's clearing off down here pretty much from Nevada, El Dorado, Bolivar, Lebanon, and points to the south and to the southwest. So that's why I'm really thinking the real strong straight line winds up to 80 mile an hour, and the biggest tornado threat is going to be centered right in this area. And the storm chaser Brandon Kopic is actually in Nevada right now, and looks like he will probably be moving over onto the Kansas side near Fort Scott and go into a holding pattern then to see if this boundary that we just talked about, that's bringing some showers here in west central Missouri, to see if it intensifies as it moves into a more favorable environment. I still believe that we have a chance to see some strong straight line winds. The tornado threat is not zero. However, there is a possibility. We still need to remain weather aware through the course of the evening, and we're just going to have to see what this line of storms, what these individual supercells are actually going to do as they move into an area that we've had cloud cover and showers all day. So far, I've got almost 2/10 here in Clinton. Some places have gotten a little bit more, some have gotten a little less, but we've been under cloud cover and showers all day. Temperature 80 degrees, dew point 74. So we still have enough energy out there to produce some severe thunderstorms, but I do believe that the strongest potential is going to be just to the south of west central Missouri, Nevada, southern St. Clair County, and points south are kind of in the heart of this thing, and they're still expecting, the short-term models are still showing some very strong storms to be moving in around the 8 to 9 o'clock hour in that area. So a lot of information here. That's the reason I wanted to go live to do a briefing. A lot easier to talk than what it is to type out a book. Sometimes it gets lost in translation and you're not sure exactly what I just got done typing. So this is a little bit easier to follow. Again, we can expect here over the next hour and a half, more thunderstorms, rain and thunderstorms along this line right here where my cursor is at. That is a leftover outflow boundary from morning storms that we had. It's just a little bit cooler than the air around it. Therefore, it's acting like a cold front, and it is producing thunderstorms and thunder showers along that line, stretching all the way from Burlington, Kansas, all the way into into Henry County, Benton County, and over toward Jefferson City. So we're going to see some more activity, some more showers and thunderstorms. I don't think these are going to be severe across Bates, Henry, Benton County, but as that line begins to sag further south and east, it does have the potential to go in to turn into more robust thunderstorms as it heads into more favorable clearing skies, a little bit warmer by 7 to 8 degrees down in Vernon and southern St. Clair County over toward Bolivar and points to the south. So I'll be keeping an eye on these storms out here. Let's put this into motion here. I'll show you what direction these storms are moving. Pretty much in a east, a little bit sag to the south. So east, southeast is the direction of all these cells, and they are going to be moving into a favorable environment. Even though we've had rain all day, we still have dew points in the mid to upper 70s here in west central Missouri. I'm not going to get into the wind shear and to the more technical terms, but we are under a very productive environment for thunderstorms. So any thunderstorm that forms, that moves into our area after about 6 o'clock, it's going to have the chance to become severe. So we need to be definitely weather aware for the rest of the evening, at least until this cold front moves in. But luckily it's going to be bringing in some much cooler air, and then a nice little break for us here in west central Missouri. So I will be keeping everybody up to date. I'm going to post the link to this briefing on the weather page. So if you guys missed part of it and want to watch it in its entirety, you're more than welcome to. And again, if you guys want to follow this line of storms as it moves through West Central Missouri down into the Springfield area, I'm going to bring his page over here, and his name is Brandon Kopich, and a strong Christian storm chaser out there. He's in Nevada right now, going to be making a dash, I think, to the west, just on the other side of the Kansas state line near Fort Scott. He has fantastic coverage, and you can learn a lot by just listening to him and his team as he chases severe weather in southwestern Missouri this evening. So, again, just to recap real quick, we're watching this line of storms stretching from central Kansas all the way over to near Jefferson City along an outflow boundary. We can expect some showers and thunderstorms and thunder showers. I'm not really expecting them to be severe. I'm watching for any signs. But as this line begins to sag further to the south, it could intensify once it gets down to Vernon County and points to the south. I'm also watching these storms here in central and northeastern Kansas along the cold front. They will be making its way into west central Missouri into a favorable environment for intensification. So I will be watching these as they move into west central Missouri this evening. Have a good